Well, most Americans are struggling hard to overcome the hardships of the recession. The profits of national banks continue to rise. J.P. Morgan is among those cashing in, and it's a contract to process food stamp payments that's helping it on its way. RT's Marina Portna find out how many of the rich are benefiting off the backs of the poor.
Americans are generally known for their healthy appetite. Some eat what they crave, while others, like Gabrielle Gemma,
can't use the food stamps here for meat. Too expensive.
Only eat what is affordable.
Is there a way to give me $2 worth?
Yeah, just pick
of
out,
these?
Yeah, pick out like 4.
The 61-year-old is unemployed and maintains a monthly food budget of $200.
That's a lot.
Gabrielle is among the 43 million Americans relying on federal food subsidy.
Here's what they call an EBT.
The electronic benefit transfer card allows food stamp recipients to spend their allowance. The plastic lifeline for the hungry and unemployed is also a moneymaker for J.P. Morgan Chase, the largest processor of food stamp benefits in the U.S., meaning an increase in food stamp recipients equals more profit for the investment bank.
Shalom. This is your brother Ayathun. All praises to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. Double honors to the elders and Barak the elect men out there. Now the name of this show is called Food Stamps, the JP Morgan Scam, which the title says it all, says everything. This food stamp program is a total scam. And to give you brothers a little history on a food stamp program, it started in 1932 during the Great Depression. After the Great Depression and World War II, when American economy started booming, the food stamp program died, and during the time of John F. Kennedy Jr., it was resurrected again because there was a recession during that time. So he passed an executive order and he reinstated a food stamp pilot program in '61. Now this is right before this devil got assassinated. Now after his assassination, Lyndon B. Johnson, he passed the Food Stamp Program Act in 1964 and made it a permanent program, and since then millions of Americans have been relying on that program. Now in 2008, as part of the Farm Bill, the food stamp program changed its name. It was changed to the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, or otherwise known as SNAP, which is a program ran by the federal government. It's a federal aid program administered by the USDA, United States Department of Agriculture, and distributed by the states. So what happens is the states, they make contracts with banks that administer the program, or these cards. It's really the EBT cards. The main bank is JP Morgan. He has monopolized this thing. Now how this works is the states sign a multi-year, multi-million-dollar contract granting a contractor like JP Morgan Chase the exclusive rights to issue and administer SNAP debit cards, which what that is that's essentially the EBT cards. Alright, they're called SNAP debit cards now, and basically it's money made out of thin air that they just throw out a card on the card, and this devil makes millions and millions of dollars off of invisible money. Now every month the contractor, which is a state, loads money from the government onto the cards, an average of $133 per person per month. In return, the bank, JP Morgan Chase for example, gets some amount of money per month per card. And for example, in the state of Indiana, they get about 62 to 64 cents per card for each person using a card. Now that's per transaction. Now, if you don't think that's a lot of money, in Indiana, JP Morgan Chase Bank makes roughly about $186,000 a month. And I didn't say per year. If I made $186,000 per year, I'll be good. Any of us would be good. This devil makes that a month, and that's in one state. Now, every time a SNAP user swipes his or her card, JP Morgan Chase processes a transaction, approves it, and keeps a record. The government, however, does not keep a track of what is bought. Now, this devil has exclusive contracts in 26 states and also with the District of Columbia. JP Morgan Chase is the largest processor of food stamp benefits in the country, enjoying a 5-year $83 million contract in Florida and a 7-year $125 million contract in New York, which was recently increased by 13%. And again, the revenue mainly comes from processing the debit cards. Alright, so I have a video for you brothers to watch, and this breaks it down perfectly. And after the video, I'll be back and I'm going to end it off proper with some scriptures. So I'll see you brothers soon. Shalom.
Every time I use my debit card, Goldman Sachs or JP Morgan, in this case, make a little, money off of my transaction. JP Morgan is responsible for the fact that I'm unemployed. So it doesn't surprise me that every aspect of this program and everything else has been privatized.
JP Morgan Chase provides food stamp debit cards in 26 states and the District of Columbia. The firm is paid per customer, and in the state of Indiana, JP Morgan makes roughly $186,000 per month. Critics say the investment bank is making a fortune off American poverty.
As long as the unemployment rate remains high, as long as families are struggling, there's sort of this perverse incentive for JP Morgan Chase to continue to benefit off of high unemployment. And they're living up to this perverse incentive because in many states, they're actually offshoring the jobs related to processing the food stamps.
To save money, JP Morgan has been routing benefit card customer service calls to India, where employees reportedly earn no more than $3.50 an hour. Meanwhile, in the U.S. abyss of economic hardship, nearly 14 million Americans like Gabrielle are unemployed.
Bailed out to the tune of $25 billion in 2008, JP Morgan has bounced back, reporting a $17.8 billion profit in 2010. The same success can't be said for the people. 40% of food stamp recipients are working Americans, unable to keep up with the cost of living.
Marina Portnaya, RT, New York.
So this is the devil here, JP Morgan. And he, along with the rest of the elites, are responsible for engineering unemployment, engineering the Great Depression, all the wars, and using those as a vice to make money and to feed upon the poor. Mainly Israelites were the poor that the Most High is concerned with. And if this guy was so concerned with unemployment, then why is he routing jobs to India? Why doesn't he open jobs right here in the United States so he could lower the unemployment rate? And with the money this guy makes off these the EBT transactions and off the poverty, he could do away with poverty in all America. But anyway, that just shows you that this white man is a devil. More proof, as if we didn't have enough already. And I just want to say that JP Morgan Chase Bank pretty much has this thing on lock, but you have other companies involved also, like Walmart. You got Affiliated Computer Services, which is a Xerox subsidiary, and then you got Coca-Cola and a bunch of other smaller companies that are making money off Israelites. So with that, brothers, I'm going to say shalom, and Lord's will, I'll catch you brothers the next show. Alright, so check these scriptures, and shalom.
Psalm 10. Why standest thou afar off, O Lord? Why hidest thou thyself in times of trouble? The wicked in his pride doth persecute the poor. Let them be taken in the devices that they have imagined. For the wicked boasteth of his heart's desire, and blesseth the covetous, whom the Lord abhorreth. The wicked through the pride of his countenance will not seek after God. God is not in all his thoughts. His ways are always grievous. Thy judgments are far above, out of his sight. As for all his enemies, he puffeth at them. He hath said in his heart, I shall not be moved, for I shall never be in adversity. His mouth is full of cursing and deceit and fraud. Under his tongue is mischief and vanity. He sitteth in the lurking places of the villages. In the secret places doth he murder the innocent. His eyes are privily set against the poor. He lieth in wait secretly as a lion in his den. He lieth in wait to catch the poor. He doth catch the poor when he draweth him into his net. He croucheth and humbleth himself, that the poor may fall by his strong ones. He had said in his heart, God hath forgotten. He hideth his face, he will never see it. Arise, O Lord, O God, lift up thine hand, forget not the humble. Wherefore doth the wicked contemn God? He hath said in his heart, Thou wilt not require it. Thou hast seen it, for thou beholdest mischief and spite, to requite it with thy hand. The poor committeth himself unto thee, thou art the helper of the fatherless. Break thou the arm of the wicked and the evil man, seek out his wickedness till thou find none.